Our book is a book for the congregation, and it has everything a person needs to assist at Mass. The propers, the readings, the hymns, the Kyriale, the Ordo Missae, etc., etc. And we also has very large print, very, very easy to read. But the concern was we didn't want the book to get too big. We didn't want it to be too heavy or too thick. And I think in general, we succeeded. If you compare it to, for example, this fine Missal, which is made by some very good printers in England, the Catholic Truth Society. Ours is much thinner, much lighter than this book. Or even this English book, which is another very, very good hymn book. Ours is actually much, much lighter, much smaller. Or even the Liber Usualis. I've often assisted at Mass with the Liber Usualis, and it never struck me as too heavy to hold. So we're also significantly thinner than that book. But even just your normal, typical parish hymnal, ours is actually lighter and easier to hold, with a nicer cover in terms of holding it. This book actually has 1,200 pages. Our book, I think, has 900 some pages. And that's important because they get away with it because they use extremely thin pages that you can see through and that tear easily. We did not do that. Our pages are very opaque and not as easy to tear. And that's something I felt was very important. But there's another consideration as well. In the traditional Mass, for the most part, the people are either kneeling or sitting. When you're kneeling, you can have your book and you can rest it on your kneeler. And I feel that perhaps for elderly people, if they had to stand the whole Mass and hold a heavy book, I think that would be an issue and a problem. But again, in the traditional Mass, for the most part, the people are sitting or kneeling. I know that they stand for the gospel, but not that many other spots.